my world basically fell apart. I was at my parents' place. I was waiting for the phone call, and I was at the farm with my mum and dad, and I just sat on the bed and just cried my eyes out, for a long time. Yeah, the pivotal moment, especially with my exercise journey, is within my swimming. I got into ocean swimming about 2010 after I realised something was not quite right with my body, but I didn't work out what it was. So I stopped running and got into ocean swimming, and have been addicted to ocean swimming ever since. And I'm quite competitive as well. So I wanted to try and do the best I could, and we had mates, we always compare times and things like that. And when I push myself hard and I get out of the ocean, I used to get a tightness across my chest. I didn't know what it was, and quite often my leg would collapse when I get out, and people would say, "What's wrong?" I said, I don't know what's going on, but I could still manage good times and swim, swim as fast and as hard as I could. And then when it got to a stage where it wasn't going so well, and I got my diagnosis, my body, my brain completely jumbled. But also at the back of that, I was a bit relieved, because then I knew what I was dealing with. I'd already touched on looking at maybe what it was when I was said that it could be MS. Quite often people would ask me why I have a limp, and I'd use the excuse of an old rugby injury, but I'm quite comfortable now explaining what it is. It's a funny thing, and some people will say this, and you'll read about it, that it's actually a bit of a blessing. My life has changed completely for the better. Once I've gone through the journey, I'm a pretty focused person and a pretty structured person, and pretty stubborn and very resilient. So I just wanted to see what I could do to work with MS to continue on what I was doing. It made me a better father. It's made me empathetic. It's made me think about what's important in life. As I say, I'm from a farming family, but my dad's always been quite open and empathetic, and he's always said to me, never ever feel ashamed or feel afraid to ask for help, even when I was little. So they've been vital in my journey, especially my parents, especially my boss. He's been amazing. He just says to me, whenever, whatever you need to do, go do it. Contacted Nicola at MS Auckland and said, look, I want to help, whatever I can do. The people there are amazing. The friends are amazing. You're with other people with MS. You don't have to explain yourself. I'm a big believer in giving back, and as I say, now that I've reached my acceptance, I want to give back to our community. I've got two daughters that are, one's 15 and one's 18. They're wonderful, lovely girls, love them to bits, and when times get a bit tough for me, they're always there for me as well, which is amazing for such young people, which I really appreciate. And then MS Auckland has been a lifesaver, because it's not easy. It's a really, really hard journey, and a lot of people find it hard to speak. And so if I can be there, a voice for them, and help them in whatever their needs are, then that's what I want to do. And MS Auckland is fully behind our peer support group, getting involved in fundraising days, etc. Yeah, it's just an amazing organisation. So yeah, my journey with exercise and sport I firmly believe has held my MS at bay. I was not diagnosed until the age of 49, and I just like to say, because I've been there thinking that my life was over with sport. It's not. You've got to adapt. You've got to learn. It's a journey. It's a process, and it's not over. So you've got to adapt where you were to where you are now. And once you come up with that adaptation, you can still enjoy sport. There's things like take the time away of what you used to be able to do. Just enjoy it. If you can swim, Don't worry about the distance. Don't worry about the time. If you can run, take a watch off. If you can bike, hey, get an electric bike. Just continue that journey. And once you accept that you can adapt, that journey of fitness and health can continue however you wish it may want to go.